the Hawaii fires has been on my mind a little bit because I've seen a bunch of conspiracy theories going around about it. But before we talk about that, I just want to say that the news has been claiming it's the death toll's at like 98 to 99, but the people actually living in Hawaii are claiming it's more like 480. And these residents in Hawaii have been doing it to it, man. They have done their own recovery efforts, like search and rescue. They are taking care of each other. Like, they're doing everything pretty much on their own. And I've seen so many people saying that FEMA supposedly came here with all this aid, but they haven't seen any of it. None of it.
I mean...
And this is leading to a ton of conspiracy theories. I just hope if you are in Hawaii, you are okay. You found a way to get out. And condolences to anyone and everyone who lost somebody in the fires. It's horrific. And I don't know what caused it for sure. I mean, I only know what the news is saying, but there's tons of conspiracy theories that are going around, even saying that it's a land grab by, like, Oprah Winfrey.
I mean...
And space lasers and all kinds of things.
Yeah, the same thing happened with the Canada fires. And, I mean... I think it's just over the top. I think it's over the top. Like, could there be a space laser attached to a satellite? Sure, I think it's a plausible idea. But you just look at, like, where's the benefit here? This is an island. This is not a very big... Like, it's not a large mass of land is what I'm trying to say. It is a big island. It's not a large mass of land. So, like, what would be the point in starting a fire and ending all these people? I just don't see the benefit. Now, I will say, too, FEMA always takes the heat. So, you know, FEMA means well. They really do try to do the best thing. However, as we all know, they are federally funded, federally guided, and everybody knows how quick and how efficient the federal government works. Not at all. So, I mean, FEMA always takes a bunch of heat, and I wonder if they're set up in a place where the locals are expected to go to FEMA, and that's what's not happening. You know what I mean? Like they have a home base or something.
Yeah, I'm guessing FEMA doesn't have boots on the ground going and recovering people. They just have like a little office. It says here that FEMA encouraged survivors Monday to register with the government as soon as possible for temporary housing and other assistance, including immediate payments of $700 for food and water.
Yeah, I wonder where the variance in the death toll is, though, because that seems like a really big amount. And have people been paying attention? Because, you know, we had all those earthquakes in Turkey, right? Turkey? Yeah, where they knew the death toll was going to be way more than what they were estimating, and that's why they said, like, this is where the death toll is currently based on our current estimates, knowing that there is a ton of areas we haven't covered. So are we seeing something like that where they're giving their best estimates based on the areas they have recovered, gone to, helped, and we're expected to see that inflate a huge amount? Or, like, because a lot of times there's reasons for these things is where I'm going with that.
So, I guess this is coming from, the 480, I think is coming from, like, local officials, like the mayor and stuff.
Okay.
Like, I think these numbers are kind of being thrown around. They ran out of body bags with the morgue. Okay. So I'm sure the body bags helps, like, we had this many and now we don't. You know what I mean? I'm sure that helps. He said, so the mayor, Richard Bisson, said he expected the figure to increase by 85% by Saturday. And, I mean, it's horrific. It's horrible. I feel like if you compare it to the Canada wildfires for Hawaii, like, just specifically this, you know, landmass, this is worse.
Yeah, you're talking about, like, fires per square mile or whatever. Sure, no, I think it is worse. But, you know, Canada has fires all the time. We researched that, and we covered that topic, which you'll see a picture here, and some of the conspiracies that come with it. That doesn't make either one of them less than. They're just two different situations, and all we can do is hope that they get more aid there and they're able to get these things taken care of. Is there a reason? So do they have planes out there that are putting these fires out?
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to put the fires out for sure.
Okay.
But this, I think her name is, Allison Medina. She has been out volunteering and helping, and she said there's several military bases in Oahu. Like,
Yep.
why is it lacking? Why are they not here, like, recovering people, helping? And she also was talking about how they didn't turn on the emergency sirens. Like the tornado sirens, those are supposed to be for any emergency.
Okay.
And that's a big point of contention that I've seen online around, like, across the board, is that no emergency sirens were turned on, so nobody knew. Like, this was like last minute, oh my God, there's a fire, and people were like running into the ocean and fleeing.
I mean, that's wild. I don't know. The one question I would have in that situation is, have they ever turned on the sirens in all of the history of having sirens for a fire? Because just maybe you have somebody that's working those sirens not realize that they're for fires too. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times we find explainable things, even though this is even though I'm trying to find ways to explain it, you guys, I don't want you to think that I'm minimizing this situation. It is an awful, awful, awful situation. One of the worst, period. I can't even imagine being in some of these people's shoes, losing what they've lost, and I can only hope for the best outcome for this horrible situation. But I think that in a lot of situations, a lot of things are explainable too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just sounds like there was a lot of delays in getting people help. Like, Red Cross came 4 days late, and she said they don't do anything but stand around. And, I mean, this isn't the only person criticizing the aid efforts. Like, there's many that are saying the same exact things. So I don't know what could be the cause of that delay. I mean, governments always are kind of slow. Maybe it's because... I don't know how often fires happen in Hawaii, but maybe this is, like, unprecedented and not really, like, they didn't have these systems in place the way they do in California, for example, to, like, hit it hard right away.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of a fire in Hawaii area as far back as my memory goes, so...
Yeah, but I do hear, like, even from people who aren't typically conspiracy theorists talking about not wanting the government to come in and, like, save them and, like, their homeland basically be taken over because it's all destroyed and now they're going to have to rebuild. And what is that going to look like? Okay,
but how can you have it both ways? You want help, but you don't want the government to come in and manage the land?
I know. It's hard. People are in, like, they've lost everything.
I get it. But
I feel like this happens a lot in natural disasters.
It happens every natural disaster.
Yeah.
That's what, we're all critics, and us too in this situation. So, anyways, I just hope that everyone comes out, as unscathed as possible.
I mean, they're not. But...
I know, but... like, I can hope for the best outcome of a bad situation.
Yeah.
So.
I hope whoever's still alive is getting the help that they need. And it says that you can apply for FEMA aid through the app.
Okay.
So, or their website.
Yeah, so if you're in Hawaii area and you're seeing this, go on the app if you need some additional help, or leave us a comment. Let us know what's going on. If there's anything that we can do to let people know to help, something like that. So, our thoughts are with you. So.
Yep. Stay safe out there.